the image, what Papoose and Remy was known for was black love, right? And it's an interesting conversation because a lot of black men, I think, have had to reevaluate what that means, especially after Remy Ma and Papoose broke up. And allegedly, it's not so much, I don't think they broke up because of Eazy, but basically, there were rumors swirling around last year in 2023. I'm sorry, 2 years ago now, 2023, about them being involved. All right, so they was popping out to events with matching outfits on. You know what I'm saying? And the way that Eazy would talk about Rem and talk around Rem, he made it sound like he was running her battle rap league. All right, so Eazy's had a pretty interesting story. And I give props to Eazy for him having the boldness and taking full advantage of his opportunities, right? But one thing that I think that it's a few things messing him up. For one, everyone's catching on to it. Everyone's commenting on the fact that it's very obvious that you have not always been that guy or felt like you was that guy, because you can tell who someone is, but by how they act once they have some power. All right, and no disrespect, but Eazy had a meteoric rise on URL. URL is the premier battle rap league. They do the biggest events, give the biggest purses, and get the most views, and they have the biggest following, and they're the most respected in the culture. The issue was they created an app and stop putting their battles on YouTube like they used to, and what started happening was you couldn't really make stars because no one's can see these battles unless they watch it on the app. Whereas the other top tier battle rappers are known for having million view battles, and also that's how you leverage and get brand and get endorsements and shit like that because of these million view battles. And Eazy couldn't get one of those, so he took a battle off of URL on Chrome 23, Remy Ma's league. You know what I mean? So in the middle of last year, you know what I'm saying, around the summertime and whatnot, there was a rumor that at a Chrome 23 event, Papoose showed up and hit Eazy with the 1-2. You know what I'm saying, and knocked him out. Eazy waited till his swelling on his face came down, and then got online and lied about it. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, Remy and Eazy didn't come out as a couple until Papoose exposed them. So let's check out this video right here. So if you look closely, right, that's Remy Ma and Eazy under a Christmas tree. On top, you're gonna hear my man Suge rap his round. So Eazy and Suge just had a battle in Newark. Awesome battle.
Just call up Eazy the block captain and saber hole. She already told us. She like hood niggas, drug dealers, gang members with tattoos. She be going the G. You ain't no hood nigga, drug dealer, or no gang member with tattoos. Stupid, she was talking to me. I said, what is white for?
I'm only going to address this shit one time. Since y'all want to be on the front lines.
So this is Eazy rapping his round. So this is the cringy ass viral moment right here.
Hey, yo, Remy, don't you love me? Yeah. See, right there, that's the punchline.
I don't really get it. So the comment, I'm gonna keep making this comment, right? I swear, everything battle rap really be representing in terms of the niggas in battle rap represents how low y'all set y'all sights and how low y'all self-esteem is. And what I learned over the last couple of years, yo, real talk, and it's not really necessarily a negative thing, but men don't need a lot to be attracted to women. Okay, you know how many people talk about how Remy look good? Don't get me wrong. I do think she looks good, but again, if you're not her age bracket, I don't know. I think if you're around her age and whatnot, that makes more sense. But whenever you are a younger guy, it is never popping for you to have an older woman on your arm. Y'all could be a few years apart, you know what I'm saying? I ain't, and again, that's up to y'all. That's up to y'all, you know what I'm saying? But a woman being significantly older than you, I mean, I give you that at the max 5 years. That's the most she can be older than you. Because, like, yo, when y'all get older, y'all getting older. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna be more distinguished. Like, but she loses her youth. Youth is what makes like women look attractive. You know what I mean? That's why age gap and you know, and where the man is older is always favorable and all for her and him because she gets to be the younger woman, and he gets to have a younger woman. You know what I mean? So that the attraction dynamic is maintained. You understand? So anywho, so there's that, right? Not only that, I wouldn't have hated on it if he didn't treat it as if like he's popping out with a PYT with a young breed thing. That woman is grown. That's somebody mama in a 40. She almost 45 years old, I think. I could be wrong, but Remy's 45 years old. And again, this is the thing about women looking good, right? And looking good when they older. When you've been with a man for a long time, right, and you looking good, it's like having an investment that matured and now it's bearing fruit and whatnot, right? It's so much better for the guy that you started out with or the guy you had kids with to be enjoying you from your youth to your older, and you looking good at an older age than you getting with a whole new guy, because the new guy does not see the young woman in you. He sees, if he met you at 40, he knows you at 40 years old. He has not experienced you as a young woman. Like even with my ex, right? I've known her since she was 17 years old. So therefore, whenever I see her or I look at her, I can always see the young woman, the very young woman in her. You know what I'm saying? And I can see her youth because I knew her as a youth. I mean, even with my mother, I knew my mother as a young woman because we're not that far apart. So I knew her in her 20s and whatnot. So I can always see that version of her. You know, of course, you see the person in front of you, but you can see, again, like she's, matter of fact, if you don't understand, right, I want you to think about your close friends, right? And think about whatever age you met them at, and when you look at them, do they look old to you? I put it like that. Do they look old to you? Let's say if you're an older person, like you're in your late 20s, 30s, and you know someone for a long time. A lot of times, you're always able to recognize that person. It's like a lot of times you can always recognize people from high school if you saw them all the time, because again, you can always see who they are or see that young person. You feel me? So that's a part of it in terms of the dynamic, right? But everyone now has a permanent angle on him. And what's the main reason why? He left URL because he knew that he can keep getting big bags and getting big purses with Chrome 23 on top of him starting his own league called Trenches. Trenches does smaller cards. Chrome 23 does the bigger cards, right? With the higher purses and bigger pay-per-view events and whatnot, right? So I never thought of it like that. He said, well, listen, long as I got Remy, I'm good. And I'm going to take full advantage. I'm going to tell you something right now. They got if they're together, they got maybe about a year or two more. Because let me tell you something. No disrespect to Eazy, but yo, I had no idea that this shit right here was even going on. So Chrome 23 is a female league, right? So this right here is about some female battle rappers, and basically, in so many words, he was smashing a few of the female battle rappers that battle on Remy's league.
And she posted a screenshot.
Oh, hold on, let's bring it back. It says smiling in that lady face, knowing you effed her man last summer is crazy. You know you was dropping off more than we. So this is between, I think, Zen and a few other people. It's actually, I think it's like 3 people involved, right? And yo, character is everything. One of the reasons why I talk so much about righteousness. Hold on, y'all. Let me go ahead and open my window real quick because we got heat, but heat up. So whenever women are a part of your come up, don't get me wrong, they can support you, right? But I put it like this. If a woman has the ability to take your success from you, that's a huge problem. Because you got to see it like this. Chrome 23 belongs to Remy and whoever her investors are. Because a lot of times other people involved, right? And for the most part, what she let him do is because Remy Eazy has been able to kind of carry on as if he runs 2 leagues. And for the most part, he does. And, you know, but she's not wrong for letting him take control because Chrome 23, since Eazy's been battling there, has been way more popular. From the battles that he's brought there to the other battles that they had, like, you know, Jazz the Rapper and Big K and so on and so forth, and the female battles and how he filming the battles, I ain't gonna lie. Chrome 23 has become a force to be reckoned with, and I have watched a lot of the Trenches and Chrome 23 battles, and I do think they put on good events. So we can't take that from them. So for the most part, she has been right in letting him kind of call the shots and letting him kind of be in control. So I'm not mad about that necessarily, but on his end, right, you always going to have controversy, but it doesn't help to have controversy that you brought upon yourself, and also doing things the right way. The reason why, and also Papoose wrote this in that post, because he leaked that picture of them under that Christmas tree, and on top of that, Eazy is Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Eazy is actually Muslim, so that's actually like, it's super duper egregious.
And sooner or later, her cookies get crushed.
Cookies got crushed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cookies were definitely crushed. Films were hurt, cookies were crushed. Do you understand? But anywho, let's see.
That's what we doing right now.
Now I was watching a post. I'm sorry, a video with Angry Man yesterday. Actually, I think he did post it, but it was about how can you be the king of the castle if it's not your castle. And for the most part, anytime you live somewhere, or you were somewhere where a woman's name was on the paperwork, right? Or she was there before you, or she owned something primarily, you do not own it. All right. The metaphor he used was that he talked about how when the king has a daughter and the daughter becomes the queen, the man she marries does not become the king, right? The guy she marries is pretty much the guy that the queen is banging, or the queen's husband. Whereas when the king marries a woman, he can elevate her to